Assassin's Creed 2 is kind of overrated. And if you haven't played Assassin's Creed 2, let me catch you up to speed. Templars, bad. Assassins, good. They want apples of Eden because they are powerful. In the modern day, this girl is a friendly little assassin. And this dumbass is a friendly little assassin that we play as. And for the last 2 games, they've been in a lab controlled by Templars, using funny machines to look into the memories of this dumbass's ancestors to find out where the Apple of Edens are. So after playing as a baby for a bit, because who doesn't love playing... Oh, hang on a minute.
And what shall we call him, my love?
Oh, cotton candy vacuum fucker, stinky shit ass.
Dumbass gets taken away to a group of other friendly modern assassins and gets told to get back in the machine by this lady and Sean who needs to fucking die.
For the other assassins. You know, Desmond, the ones who are out there, actually doing stuff.
Off to the past we go! Woo! This is Ezio. His main character trait is he likes women. He acts as a postboy for a bit, and then his family gets arrested. And then he gets told by his dad to find the assassin armor, which he does, and now he's an assassin. He doesn't know that yet, though, because he's a fucking idiot. And he finds out that this fucker here betrayed his family. After doing the classic Assassin's Creed shit like, looking for information, he kills him. Not before meeting Leonardo da Vinci, obviously.
Who painted the Mona Lisa? Mona Lisa. Yeah. Da Vinci?
Then he takes his family to a safe spot and gets told that the Templars are bad, and the rest of the game follows him looking for information to stop the big bad meanie Templars.
It's a me, Mario!
I knew this guy was a fraud. They should put him in all the games instead. That's basically all I'm going to say on the story. If you want to see my full playthrough of this game, on the pinned comment, there will be a link to a playlist with my full live streams of the game from start to finish. Now, let's talk about the gameplay. No, Ezio, don't jump. There's not a conveniently placed hay bale under you. I'll be damned. Assassin's Creed 2 gameplay is Assassin's Creed 1, but a lot better. That's basically it. You have your basic moving and looking around, and when you hold the trigger, you enter high profile mode, where you do a little jog, and you can hold A alongside the trigger to run. Holding both those buttons and running into walls and various things will make Ezio climb onto them. He will climb on top of fences, he will climb through walls. You can parkour on basically everything. Any wall with a bit that is slightly poking out, he can grab onto. You get a jump in this game where you can press A to leap forward and latch onto something above you. Now, I'm sure if you play the game like they want you to, which is stealthy, the winding map layout of Italy with it all being very packed together buildings is probably perfect for running away and hiding and getting away from enemies that have already spotted you. But if you're me, you just sit there and fight them. The fighting is pretty much the same, in all fairness. You have your weapons, you have a short blade, your hidden blade, and your sword, and you can attack with them, you can block, you can dodge, and you can counter. In Assassin's Creed 1, I found myself mainly just waiting to counter enemies. In this one, it's more impactful just to spam the attack button, which, I mean, I guess it's certainly a different way to win, but thus is the way of combat in Assassin's Creed 2. Alright, let's talk characters now. The characters are pretty good, that's the best way to put it. Everyone obviously mainly prefers Ezio. He's the big one, he's the main guy. He's the one you're thinking of when you think of Assassin's Creed 2 and characters. In fact, he's so popular, he should probably get 2 more games. No fucking way. Ezio's family is necessary for barely any of the plots, so they don't get too much time to flesh them out, apart from, you know, it's a me. Because he's the guy that tells you about Altair. He tells Ezio that he's an assassin. He informs him of the tombs that are around. He shows him the Codex wall, which I'll bring up later. And basically, he's the guy that kind of ties everything and informs Ezio what he is. The supporting characters, they kind of come and go. You have a few people that show up more than once. You have the thieves, which are the main, I guess. The thieves, I'd say, are the most memorable. Rosa, for example, she's this woman that's a part of the thieves, and I'm pretty sure ends up being with Ezio in the end. If not, then I've misremembered. Okay, it turns out she was written out of later entries after the voice actress for her died. I haven't played the later games. I could not have been further from the truth. All condolences. Da Vinci, He's funny. Da Vinci? He, to be honest, I think of him a lot more than I think of many of the other characters, mainly because he gives Ezio a fucking flying machine, which I guess I should have probably talked about in the gameplay, but I'll use that as its own thing, as a mission segment, maybe, I don't know. Overall, the characters are pretty memorable, but the main one you only really need to know is Ezio, and I guess if you really want to, you can remember that Desmond exists in the modern day, and Lucy, but the main thing you need to know about these characters is Templar bad, Assassin good. And the Templars, they have their own little thing. A lot of these Templar people, they don't really get fleshed out. You learn your bits and bobs from investigations that basically don't do much aside from tell you that they are bad and they have done a few bad things, and that's why you should kill them. But I thought it was cool how the final enemy was the Pope. I think it was a cool idea to have this enemy that you've been tracking the entire game, the leader of the Templar Order in Italy, gain such a high position of power and have to infiltrate such a high like value place to get him. But we'll talk more on him when it gets to the ending. But for now, let's talk mission structure. Holy fuck, Da Vinci, is this thing defective? Oh, it's fucking killing everyone. The game is split up into DNA segments like Assassin's Creed 1 and Bloodlines were, except instead of being booted straight back to the Animus every time and making it less tedious, when it moves on to the next segment you can tell because the world reconstructs itself and you get a new date that indicates that time has passed. Which, to be honest, I thought that was the calorie count for the disc. And the missions are pretty typical Ubisoft missions. You get a marker that tells you there's a mission here. You go there, the person tells you what you need to do. You need to kill this person, you need to gather information here, you should scout this out. You should get in a flying machine and fly around. Thanks, Leonardo da Vinci.
Who painted the Mona Lisa? Mona Lisa. Oh, yeah.
There's also this mission with him where he takes you on this carriage and it ends up on fire. The variety is there, but the variety doesn't really stick out to me too much aside from the flying machine with you-know-who. And I thought it was weird that there were 2 DLC sequences. The fact that those numbers were missing clearly shows that they were expecting to flesh these out at later points in the game, which kind of sucks that they had these ideas and reserved them for DLC, and they are more just character development, if anything. Like, one of them is literally just a bunch of fighting. I quite like the combat, to be honest, so that I'm not too fussed about that. But it's time for collectibles, everyone's favorite thing.
Hey guys, Point Crow here. Do you ever get collector's anxiety?
You have the feathers, as always, where you have to jump around and collect them.
I love feathers.
And there are a few more collectibles that are quite similar to it, where they're just kind of scattered around the map. There are these really cool bits that are basically optional as well. There are these little symbols on the side of a lot of prominent buildings, and if you scan them, you have to do a little puzzle which will show you a bunch of images from history, whether it be old paintings or photos during like World War I, or of big leaders or religious figures, or even recent, like how this one shows the dropping of the atomic bomb, and you will have to do various puzzles in the images that will locate that an apple of Eden is actually prevalent in the majority of them, or an object that is considered a piece of Eden. And once you find all of them, you unlock a cutscene that showcases Adam and Eve taking an apple of Eden, obviously a reference to the apple that Eve takes in the Garden of Eden, and escaping with it. Now, I don't really know too much about the lore, because I've only played the first 3 games, so I can't say too much as to what this means, and maybe it will be more fleshed out in Brotherhood and Revelations. There are also the codex pages, which are necessary to complete the game. There are these little rooms in the towns that are guarded by a few people, and once you kill them, you can grab the codex page. And later on in the story, when Ezio does acquire an apple of Eden, when placed on the pedestal, the entire wall of codex pages will link up and show a map with the locations of all the other pieces of Eden, and will help him to locate the final vault for the end of the game. Oh, and the assassin emblems. The assassin tombs are these areas hidden in the maps of the game, with little parkour challenges, and of course the tombs of a special group of assassins in them. In the basement of like the base, there are statues of some prominent assassins in history from various time periods, and completing the assassin's tombs awards you with an emblem that you can place into each of the statues, which will open the gates to Altair's statue, the assassin from the first game and considered the big bad father of all the assassins, and will give you his outfit, which is a nice little reward. Now, let's talk about the ending. The way this game ends is pretty cool, but pretty weird. So as I said before, our enemy now is the leader of the Templar Order, Rodrigo Borgia, the Pope, which means Ezio has to raid the Vatican to get to him. And by the time we do, he's using his Pope staff, which happens to be a piece of Eden, to manipulate the minds of people, as you do. And when trying to confront him, Ezio gets thrown about the place by this staff. But what silly man doesn't realize is Ezio also has one, except this is just a basic ball version.
What the fuck? I'm watching this footage back while I'm editing. I didn't realize that this fucker split into 4.
The fight commences where Ezio is obviously just scrapping him because it's a final boss, and after a final beatdown in the vault of the Vatican, Ezio decides to let him live for some reason, before coming face to face with an ancient being. Apparently, this thing is not a god, it's a member of an ancient race that created humans to serve them before dying, and leaving their knowledge and their power within all of the Apples of Eden, before turning to the camera menacingly and saying,
Desmond.
"Shit, that was scary." Speaking to Desmond, breaking the fourth wall. Ezio doesn't know what the fuck is going on, and neither do I. I have no idea what the fuck I just said, and no idea what the fuck I just saw. And that's it for Assassin's Creed 2. What do I think? Is it overrated?
The fuck?
For real.
While I definitely don't think it's as amazing as some people say, with some people thinking it's the god of the franchise and the best thing ever, which I really hope if this is the best thing, oh god, how bad are the rest? But yeah, it's certainly a competent game and a fun time. So in the end, this game gets 23 Ezios out of 2.5 Da Vinci's.